Hello students, let us study a very important topic in mathematics called matrix or matrices in plural form. Now it is basically a type of arrangement. Matrix is a kind of arrangement which help us to handle with many situations, and it has a lot of application because of its properties. So before going into detail, let us first understand what is the basic definition of matrix and how it looks like. See, a matrix is represented by usually capital letters, and we write it like this: M cross N. Now what is this M and N? M and N represent the number of rows and column. As I said, it is an arrangement. Okay, so usually it is represented by the square bracket like this or the curly bracket like this. And these are called rows. Like this is the first row, this is the second row, this is the third row. And same way here I can make columns. So M represent the number of rows and N represent the number of columns. And when it comes to the elements, usually we use this representation A12. It shows that I am talking about an element which is in the first row. Sorry, this is A11. I am talking about an element which is in the first row and first column. Then A12 means the element which is in the first row and second column. So you can make it out. This is the first row, this is first column, this is second column, this is third column. So first row, second column. Then A13, first row, third column. Same way this will become 2, 1, second row, first column. A22, second row, second column. A23, second row, third column. A31, A32, A33. Right? Now since I said M cross N, M represents the number of rows, N represents the number of columns. So how many rows are there? 3. How many columns are there? 3. So this is a 3 cross 3 matrix, and it is called square matrix because number of rows and number of columns are equal. Now if I write like this: A11, A12, A21, A22, A31, A32. So this is 3 rows and 2 columns. So it is 3 cross 2 matrix. Now if there is a matrix which has only one column like this: A11, A21, A31. So this is called the column matrix. And if I write it like this: A11, A12, A13. So this is the row matrix and this is the column matrix. Right? So if I go to the points which I need to understand, now we are clear what is the order of a matrix. We are clear about what is a square matrix when number of rows and number of columns are equal. What is a column matrix I explained you. What is a row matrix I explained you. Now what is a null matrix? Null matrix is a matrix where all the elements are 0. So this is a null matrix. Okay. Same way we define the identity matrix. The identity matrix is a matrix where the diagonal element, see, all these elements are called the diagonal elements, right? So diagonal elements are 1 and remaining elements are 0. Then it is called identity matrix and it is represented by I. So I can write a 3 cross 3 identity matrix also like this: 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Right? It plays a very important role and many properties it is used. So identity matrix is a very important concept. Along with that, you have the diagonal matrix also, where diagonal will have certain values, but the remaining elements will remain 0. So this is called the diagonal matrix, right? So now we are clear with null matrix, we are clear with identity matrix. The next concept is very important concept, which is the transpose of a matrix. What is a transpose of a matrix? If you have any matrix, I'll start with 2 cross 2 matrix. Suppose A is a 2 cross 2 matrix, A, B, C, D. So what is A transpose? It is represented by AT, or in many books they use A dash. So this is, the row will become column and column will become row. So this first row is what? AB. So that will become the first column. Second row is what? CD. So that will become the second column. So this is a transpose. So suppose if I have a matrix like this: 1 3 7 minus 2 0 4 and 1 1 3. If I ask you what is A transpose, then you will write See, the first row is 137. So 137. Second row is minus 204. So minus 204. 113. So this is called the transpose of a matrix. Right? Now after transpose, there is a very important concept which is called the minors. Suppose I'll start with 2 cross 2 matrix. Now if I have a 2 cross 2 matrix like this, A, B, C, D. Right? If I want to write the minor of A11 means the element which is sitting in first row, first column means this one. So what you have to do to write its minor, you have to hide the column taking that element and the row taking that element. So what is left? D. So A11 minor is D. Right? So basically minor of A11. So usually instead of A, because A will represent the element. So instead of writing it A11, we write it M11. Minor of first element. Okay. So that is D. Now if I want to write the minor of first row, second element, that is B. So what I'll do, I'll hide this particular row. I'll hide this row. Okay. And I'll hide this column. So what is visible? C. Right. So this will be C. Same way, if I want to write the minor of M21 means C. If I want to write the minor of C, what I'll do? I'll cut the row containing C. I'll cut the column containing C. What is left? B. So B will be the answer. Now next M22. If I want to write the minor of D, so what I'll do? I'll remove this. I'll remove this. What is left? A. So this is called the A. Correct. So this is how you write down the minor. Now what are the cofactors? This though I told you minors. Now cofactors are represented by C11. What you have to do for C, cofactor is nothing but C, it is 1, 1. So minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1 and M11. Okay. C12 is what? Minus 1 to the power 1 plus 2 and M12. C21 is equal to minus 1 to the power 2, 1. So 2 plus 1 and M21. So minus only this negative sign is changing. So C22 will be minus 1 to the power 2 plus 2 M22. So basically what happens when I write C11, so see this is even number, 1 plus 1 is even. So minus 1 to the power even is always plus 1. So it will be equal to M11. So minor and cofactor are same whenever the sum is even. And whenever the sum is odd, the minor, negative of minor will become the cofactor. That's it. So see, this number will become negative and this number will become negative. And this number and this number will remain positive. So this is how we find out the cofactor. Now this is a 2 cross 2 matrix. The similar thing I can do with the 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay. So now let us take one 3 cross 3 matrix. So I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Correct? Now if I want to write the minor for first element. So if I will hide this first row and first column. First row and first column. What is left? A matrix is left. So 5, 6, 8, 9. Understood? So the minor, when I am writing like this, you have to solve it the determinant value. Right? So this will become 5 into 9 minus 6 into 8. So that will become 45. 9 5s are 45 minus, right? Now this will be 5, 6, 7, 8, that is minus 3. Same way, if I want to write, this is a minor, okay? If I want to write cofactor, so see 1 plus 1 is what? 2. Even number na, so cofactor will also be minus 3. Now let us do M12. Means I want to write down the minor for first row, second element means for 2. So what I will be writing? I will be hiding this particular column and I will be hiding this particular row. So what is left? 4, 7, 6, 9. So this will become 4 into 9 minus 6 into 7. So 36, okay, minus 42. Correct? So this will become 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 6. So minus 6. Now, if I ask you what is a cofactor, so since 1 plus 2 is 3, which is odd number, so cofactor will become 6. That is what I was trying to explain you. The power went up and it changes the sign. So in general, what I can say, for a matrix, if I am writing a minor Mij, right, then what will be the cofactor? Cofactor will be minus 1 to the power I plus j Mij. So this value will give me Cij, which is a cofactor. If you are confused in I and j, don't use it. Just directly do the questions. Just pick up an element for which you have to find out the cofactor or minor, hide that row and column. Whatever is left, that you write and find out its determinant value. Okay, so this is how we have to do. So now see what topics we have covered here. Now all of you know the concept of transpose. All of you understood what is a minor. All of you understood what is a cofactor. Right? Now what is a adjoint? Now understand the concept of adjoint. See, when I am talking about adjoint, what you have to do, I'll try to explain you with an example of 2 cross 2 matrix, and same concept can be applied to 3 cross 3 matrix, which we will practice more when we will do the question of inverse. Suppose I have a matrix A, B, C and D. I want to find out adjoint. So the process will start by finding out its minors and cofactors. But before doing that thing, I will tell you one shortcut for inverse when I will be doing the inverse. Right? If you want to find out the adjoint of this, there is a shortcut. The way to write is adjoint of A is equal to, see, these two diagonal elements are exchanged. So this becomes D, this becomes A. And these two diagonal elements B and C remain same, but we put negative sign in that. So this is how directly I can write down the adjoint of any given 2 cross 2 matrix. Okay. Now let me explain you the method. Now first of all, I'll write down the minor of first element, that is M11. So M11 will be, I will be hiding the first row and first column. So that is D. Then M12. So M12 when I am doing, it is C. M21, second row, first column, so B. M22, second row, second column is A. So what is C11? C11 is equal to D only, because 1 plus 1, 2. What is C12? It is equal to minus C, because 1 plus 2 is 3. Then C21 is equal to minus B, because 2 plus 1 is negative odd number. And C22 is equal to A. Now what you do, you make a matrix which I am representing by capital C of these cofactor. So C11, C12, C21 and this. Now take transpose of this matrix. So what will be the transpose? D minus C minus B A. So this is the adjoint. So what is the definition of adjoint? It is a transpose of matrix of cofactor of a matrix. Right? So if you cross check, see what I told you the shortcut, it is exactly same. What I did in the shortcut, I exchanged the diagonal elements, and the other diagonal elements I just changed the sign. And this is how we do the whole method. This shortcut works in 2 cross 2 matrix, not 3 cross 3 matrix, right? So 3 cross 3 matrix, you have to find out the minors, then you have to write down the cofactors, and then you have to find out the transpose of those cofactors. Right? So that we will practice more when we will be doing the inverse of a matrix. So when I'll teach you in a separate video how to find out inverse of a matrix, that time we will practice it. Okay? So now after the adjoint, the next concept is determinant, which is very, very important. And actually I used it somewhere before only. But now I'll tell you what is a determinant. See, I said a matrix is an arrangement, right? It is an arrangement, and determinant is a way, or it is a calculation which reduces it to a single number. It is represented by this straight lines, or it is also written as determinant of A. So if I want to find out determinant of A, this is equal to AD minus BC. Correct? Same way, if you have a 3 cross 3 matrix, suppose I have a matrix like this, I'll write it in terms of ABC. Okay, now suppose I want to write down the determinant of A. This is A, right? So determinant of A, if I'll write it here again, otherwise again and again I have to scroll up. So A is a matrix A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay, so now how I will write down the determinant? A, see, first you take this first element, okay? So A in bracket, this into this minus this into this. So EI minus HF. Okay, then center element always comes with negative sign. So minus B, then you will hide this second row, second column and first row. So D into I minus G into F plus C, and here in bracket you will hide this and this. So DH minus EG. So this gives me the determinant value of a matrix. In a separate video, we will practice the question on determinant. This is only the explanation ki what exactly is a determinant. Now the next important concept is inverse. As I told you, I will be doing questions separately. One video will be separate for determinant. One video will be separate for inverse. So don't worry about it. So what is the definition of inverse? First of all, inverse is represented by this symbol, and A, this is called inverse of A. If A inverse A is equal to A inverse is equal to some identity matrix. So you can say that if two matrices are multiplied and you get an identity matrix, then they are inverse of each other, right? Now how I will find out the inverse? The method to find out inverse is A inverse is equal to adjoint of A upon determinant of A. So now you know how to find out adjoint, you know how to find out determinant, so we can find out A inverse also, right? So it's like find out adjoint, find out determinant, divide it, you will get the answer. Remember that determinant of A is a number, single number. Adjoint of A is a matrix. So whole matrix will be divided by one number. Now this is a manual method to do it, but I will suggest all of you to learn how to solve it in calculator. I have uploaded one video in which I have taught you how to solve matrix and determinant in calculator. One more fresh video I will be uploading where I will be showing 2-3 different models of calculator and we will be doing the same thing. I hope you understood the basic concept and basic definition of matrix. In my next video, I will be showing you how to find out determinant. Like the video, share the video and subscribe the channel so that you will be knowing when I am going to upload the new video. Thank you.